Hi everyone! Happy Monday! Hiya, Aya. Hey Dan. Hey Lost. Digsby. Posture. All the other people lurking out there in the dark. How are you all? Guys, we always start out shouting out our friends, showing the love. So, Aya is going to start streaming, and she's got some games that she helped develop, or did... Yeah, those are things. So those links are up in chat. Go follow Aya. Give her the downloads and the links and the follows and the wish list. Lost also streams. All else is awesome. Dan streams too. Oh, that's actually the T-shirt. I recently, yesterday, I ripped apart my whole desk area and redid all the wires, and I found the merchandise T-shirt, and I was like, you know what? I'll just stick that there. So if people are like, hey, what is that? I could be like, that's a shirt. You could put my face on your chest. It's backwards. The camera's flipped. I think. Right? Right? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Meat suit maintenance from Lost, of course. The shirt's wrong, definitely. Definitely the shirt's wrong. I never really thought about that way. I guess I could theoretically flip the camera the other way. Okay, hang on. Stretching. You know, I drank a glass of water right before I went off to start. Eyeballs are just in the wrong sockets. Oh, okay, stretching. I drank a glass of water right before stream, and I was like, I wonder if someone's just gonna like redeem hydrate or meat suit maintenance the moment I go live. Sure enough. All right, we're gonna do 5 sit-ups if anybody wants to join in. Dear God. Squats, not sit-ups. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was getting up from sitting when I was trying to say squats. So, you know, words are hard and things happen. We do have to reload real quick because I installed a mod while we were in the debug world. So, okay. I'll do that, and while it's reloading, I'll drink the water. Main menu, quit without saving. I don't... vertical sit-ups, yes. I'm not overly worried about accidentally saving it with stuff from the mods, except I don't want things to break. Restart. So, you could move the cam to the other corner. I could. I actually have a setup for that. But this is where I like it for this game, I think. Oh shit, I also didn't redo the weekly goal. I'm all out of sorts today, guys. You ever one of those days where you're not sure how you feel? You're like, I'm awake but tired. I'm like sad but I'm happy. You just kind of feel like numb but it's okay. I don't know. It's a weird day. Not even gonna lie. Okay, so we end goal. Should we set the weekly goal at 100 subs? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, right, the end date. What the hell day is it? There we go. Oh, I have returned to the nether region. What's up, Chippity? How you doing? Welcome to the madness. So I feel, man, I had one stream that I left the shutter closed on my camera for over an hour. So, oh my God. Today, Posture? Yeah, it's a weird day. 1,190. Is this the most recent? Sure, why not? Carrie, what's going on? Welcome in. Guys, go follow Carrie. Carrie is awesome. What's the good word, Carrie? How are you today? Carrie gave me an idea for the liquids. Maybe we'll do that as a project. I'm honestly not sure what to do other than continuing our projects at the moment. We have this whole plan to do a rocket. I'm so torn. Got a camera for cat cam. Aw. When I get ahead of my bills a little bit, I'm going to buy a new camera. And then I'll have a kitty cam as well. He's a sweet boy. He deserves his own camera. Kitty, 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 kitty. What's up? What's up, everybody? Tell me what's going on in your lives. Tell me about the fur babies and the catapults. Sunny retro wall pot. Excellent. Let's hit play just so everything starts to like settle itself. What the hell did we do last time? Right. We did this whole thing. Set up a cat cam for my own stream, but she moves around too much. Yeah. Do you stream, Chippity? Are you going to start streaming? Tack is in a lot of places. Maybe I'll make the cat cam like on his... Actually, he doesn't wear a collar. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Want to eventually? Hell yeah. If you need any help, we're all here to help. My llama is mad at me because he got a blackberry stick stuck in his fur and thought it was attacking him. Oh my god. Poor llama. Yeah, Foster has a llama. There's pictures in the pet picture section of the Discord. We got to do something about this over here. Right? Right? No? I don't know. Maybe we just... You know what? Yeah, let's... No. No, 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 no. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's called the Nether region now. I mean, all the votes said yes, right? Right? Okay. Ooh, okay. That's a project. Okay, I remember where we left off now. We expanded the water tank. We haven't lost any water to the background of space yet. We were working on the possibility of a clay farm. Yeah, we bricked this one in, and this one is not quite ready to go yet, so we're gonna get on top of that. What are we gonna do? Yeah, you know what? That's fine. We're just gonna get at this one proper. Not going to call it that. Fair. Neither am I. Did it? Wait, did I do that like that over here? I did. Okay, fantastic. Let's be consistent. Yeah, Chippity put a poll in Discord. Don't be deceived. There is shenanigans afoot with that poll. So, I think you guys know that Francis John is my favorite creator. And he just finished his playthrough of X4 and his playthrough of not Star Sector. Something Haven. Anyway, doesn't really matter, but he was like, yeah, I need a palate cleanser. So I bought this cheap, stupid game about digging a hole. And so he spent, I just watched him digging a hole for a half hour. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun. Sense of humor is broken. That's alright, Dan. You can borrow mine. Although I can't guarantee the stability of it. We have a liquid somewhere. Aki Senkum. Aki Senkum. Skin. Jesus fuck Christ, I can't do things. How are you? Welcome in. What is the good word in your neck of the woods? Welcome to my nonsense. 152 kilos. That is going to be too much to do this, but how much do I care? That could cause problems, so we're going to need another block somewhere. Let's put you there. Aki, you're the one that does the True Tiles mod, right? If I remember correctly, or am I misremembering that? Yeah, so guys, these wonderful, cool tiles here that look different and unique and interesting, as opposed to the same block everywhere, that's Aki. So, give them praise. Hey, I have a confession to make, and no, it's not inappropriate. I find that hard to believe, but... Use it every playthrough. I also get salty about dumb shit, like someone telling me to DM them and then getting ignored. Yeah, fair. Totally understand. I would get sore about that too. Hey, DM me. Hi, what's up? Hi, what's up? Jesus fucking Christ, what's going on? For anybody who's curious what the week is holding, we're gonna do 5 days of Ani today and try and make some this week. Yeah, 5 days today. Holy shit, guys, there is something very wrong with me on this odd Monday here. Anime. We're fitting 5 days of Ani into 1 day. I mean, it does have some sort of time dilation property to it. I don't know where it came from, but it's a glitch the developers have never fixed. You know, you play for a little while, and all of a sudden it's a day and a half later. Known bug. I'm sure they're working on it. We went through the temporal tear. Yes, we did. Look, it's Aya. She's very happy. Today when I was in your chat and y'all were gently roasting me for liking pop music, and by y'all I mean mostly Nether, you may have noticed I kind of disappeared from chat afterwards. I've definitely have games like that. Did you? Oh my god, I accidentally uncovered the wrong thing and just barely in time put down liquid naphtha. Fuck a duck. That was close. Because I admittedly ended up crying myself. No! Big hug. You can like whatever you want. I wasn't trying to roast you. I just don't like pop music. It's not my cup of tea, as it were. I'm sorry. Oh, and I know y'all weren't trying to be mean, but I just felt like a big dumb idiot about it. No, you shouldn't feel like an idiot. Don't let anybody yuck your yum. If you like pop music, you should like pop music. This community is about supporting and caring about each other, so if at any point we made you feel bad about anything, I am so sorry. That's not the intention. More Twitch integration events nowadays. Maybe one day Nether will feel funky and brave. Are we doing Twitch integration? Is that our plan? I mean, I've done it on RimWorld. Not a lot, but... I would say my favorite Twitch integration has been Cult of the Lamb. That game has built-in Twitch integration, and it's just so good. I'm not familiar with modern pop, but the 90s and aughts pop I love and make Nether's head spin. Put a new video I took this morning in Discord of the 3 boys. Aw, oh man, I can troll Nether in Ani on Twitch. Hell yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Only the song, The Chicken Chaos, though. Oh my god, the chickens. The chickens! I mean, I like some music that's kind of pop. I'm trying to think. I mean, one of my guilty pleasures is Linkin Park, but a lot of y'all like them a lot. I mean, I like them a lot, but I haven't really listened. Not really like currently. I used to listen to them a lot on that first album. I'm trying to think what else I listen to. Do I listen to things? For me, it's a guilty pleasure. Back in my day, Linkin Park was not looked at as the rock and roll heroes of legend that they are currently. Never listened to Linkin Park. Pleasure in high school too. Yeah, see, I knows. I have known Nether a long time and think I could make his skin crawl. Honestly, probably just play Barbie Girl for him. I know Barbie Girl. I have heard of and heard that song. I do. It is on repeat 24/7 in my head, or at least will be after this conversation. Life in Plastic. I'm trying to think of the pop songs that I like. Do I like any pop songs? I mean, one of my friends' band just covered a Taylor Swift song. I have been meaning to do a music reaction. I haven't done music reactions in like 2 or 3 weeks because I've just been so exhausted and doing other things. Guys, yesterday I pulled apart my computer area. I even opened up my computer and I dusted out the inside as well as I could by hand without having to like, you know, pull the whole thing apart into like individual components and stuff like that. And I redid cable management. There were like 6 or 7 cables back there that had nothing connected to them. Just vestigial freaking cabling. If I remember talking a lot of music at GC, and I don't think I have ever heard you mention pop even on your radar. Man. I mean, I think I've listened to some songs that are done in a pop style, but that aren't actually like pop in and of themselves type of thing. I think. Slaps harder than my hands on. Never mind. Okay. 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 Clay Farm. Genre has such range and so many subcategories I can't keep track. Same. I like things. Usually weird and heavy things. Speaking of weird and heavy, I hear the lobster. Meow. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Say, I know you respect the musicianship in pop if you were shown it. I also know you have worked with pop people as a producer, so I wouldn't say you hate it. It's just not on your radar. Yeah, pretty much. So next Planet One, I like a lot of subcategories of pop. I don't know. Let me think about that, Dan. Probably when we get a couple of more dupes. I mean, in theory, I guess we could start setting up for it. There's still materials left. Exactly. How do I leave this planet without digging all the materials? Just feel good stuff. I don't want to feel good. I want to feel bad. If it doesn't make me hate myself, it's not real music. You like your music angry? I like a lot of different stuff. Dear God, what am I doing? We'll do that. I also like my music angry, but it usually keeps me angry. Lately, I have found that more upbeat my music, the more... Alright, hang on a second here. Hang on a second. Let me look over this playlist. Nope, not a single thing on here would be considered pop. Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna run a split off from the half line over to the other planet, because this thing rarely actually gets a lot of stuff pumping through it. So that'll be solid. What is this? That doesn't need to be there at all. Just gonna replay it. Lately, I've been very non-pop songs stuck in my head. I heard a single planet background and it wasn't coming out of my head. I think it's called Down with the Sickness, I think. Oh, the one by Disturbed. They were another guilty pleasure. I think Chris really likes this. Didn't Chris just go see Disturbed? Another song, Down with the Sickness. Classic right there. Yeah, I went to see Disturbed. I don't actually remember... I don't actually remember anything about that show other than Disturbed was there. I think I went to see a different band. It might have even been on one of the, like, Family Values tours. Some pop for another review, I think, Amber by 30. I know that song. I've listened to that album several times. My brother loved that album. I liked it. I wasn't in love with it. I know that song well. We used to listen to 311 and play Mario 64. Then with Incubus back in the olden days. Oh, Incubus, yeah. Incubus is great. I saw Primus, Incubus, and Buckethead play at the Roseland Ballroom up in New York City. That was fantastic. Yeah, you wouldn't know. It's from the 90s. Don't worry about it. It's boomer music. This is like one of the best songs out of the 90s. Okay, pay attention, Nether. What are we doing? Alright, not Chip. None of these people. So, Bionic dupes can get some... I pretty much use music to help me stay in mood for my project. Fantasy soundtracks for writing, upbeat rock or electronic for Twitch events, Slavic folk for my game. Oh, nice. Yeah, you gotta set the mood. I'm listening to Ginger right now because their new album is fucking amazing. I can't put it much louder than it is. Warped Tour 2002. See, Warped Tour was always a little too on the punk side for me. Like, I fall... see, I hesitate to say I'm into metal because I'm into a lot of different stuff other than metal, but the stuff I like tends to get put on in the metal category. Another, you call 90s music boomer music one more time. I don't think we're going to be friends anymore. But that's what all the kids say nowadays. We're at 05 and 2010. 05 to 10. Shh. Okay. Okay, so we should set up sweepers and loaders down here so our people don't have to come down into this tank to get things, right? 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 I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that'll be fine. 125 degrees. Oh, wait, no. It's got to overlap by 1. Yeah, that'll work. Don't know any better, Nether. Do I know better? What makes you assume I know better? I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. Pay no attention to me. Actually, pay lots of attention to me because I'm streaming. I think it would be good to have people pay attention when I'm streaming. You know, it's a good thing. An entire playlist of raunchy songs for when I'm in the mood. I don't think I've ever put together a raunchy playlist. I think all of my playlists are like sad or upbeat / angry playlists. Actually, I put together a playlist for one of my coworkers, and I've been listening to it a bit. And I was listening to it today on lunch a little bit, and I was like, oh wow, this kind of turns into like a sad breakup mix at the end. Feed llamas. Best I can do is like, sounds good, posture. Give the llamas a big hug for me. Just a bunch of Marvin Gaye and Barry White. See, now we're talking. Can we put some Tom Jones in that mix? One time my band covered Tom Jones, and one of the ladies at the bar just ran over and started stuffing dollar bills down my singer's pants. Hey, Killer! Guys, go follow Killer. Even though he's in an ad, he's still an awesome guy. We won't hold the ad against him. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Tom Jones and Sinatra would go hard. Yes. Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind you'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. God, I can't believe I used to karaoke that song. Not well. Hey, Delikoth, welcome to the nonsense. All right, sounds good, Killer. We love you. Welcome back. We're talking about music and apparently raunchy playlists for whatever. I don't know how we got there. Probably because Chippity is talking. How do we want to route the I'm just being playful. You're the one that brought up raunchy playlists. I brought up? No, I did not bring up raunchy playlists. So you can make jokes about raunchy playlists, but I can't make jokes about you making jokes about raunchy playlists. I see how it is. Oh, Chip. I love rails. They're very satisfying. Look at all the good rail stuff going on. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so how are we actually going to link power into these things? Seems like something I should actually, like, figure out. Maybe... You know what? If this line just came straight down to here... Cool, let's let them do that. Erroneously with closer by 9-inch nails. Can I not do that? That would be splendid if I could not do that. Although I do like 9-inch nails. Where the hell did the puffed go? Why are the Bionic dupes so loud? I feel like we should insulate this against pressure, but I'm gonna let it go. I don't know. Maybe it did. Oh, maybe it laid an egg somewhere in here and it hasn't hatched yet because it's cycled. I just don't want it to escape and shit slime lung everywhere. Boy, that's a sentence for you. Alright, well the dupes work on that. Let's go to space and do a thing, right? Yeah, I see no egg either, Carrie. It's a shame. Okay. So we need a clay factory. We're just going to design it up in space. I think I already know what we're going to do with it, realistically. Like... Bap, ba da da bap, bap. Nerdy Zombie coming in. How you doing, Nerdy? Welcome in. Guys, Nerdy has recently started streaming and also does music on the old YouTube, so go give him some love. Give him a follow, check out his YouTube channel, sub up, all that good stuff. We like to support our friends and family here. What's good, Nerdy? How you doing? I guess we would have to do something like this, right? I think, in theory... Okay, again, I always pause things when I'm working on stuff. In theory, we're going to put a liquid vent in here just in case we decide to pump some polluted O2 in there. I'm very preventive maintenance here. We're also going to pump in a... We're going to put in a hydro sensor, right, so that we can control the liquid vent accordingly. And then we're going to wind up putting in some gas. Like, I only really intend to do the gas thing. Now, should I do this so that we can do both? I mean, we have plenty of room on the map, right? So let's imagine dropping that down one. Character that would come from Hollow Knight. Is this with a vent or not? What vent? Oh, we're gonna pump the polluted O2 from 2 vents into this, is the idea. And then if we need to, which we shouldn't, we're gonna put in a liquid vent so we could also pump in polluted water if we so choose to do so. I like to do designs that are fully closed up, but, you know, workable for other things. This is not the part I really need to, like, figure out. But why not build it, right? Decent going to play some No Man's Sky. Hell yeah. I don't know what I'm doing in my No Man's Sky playthrough. I think I've done more or less most of the things. I can grind rep and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm going to stream it for a while. Until maybe I might do... I was talking to Dan about it last night. I might at one point decide to do like a permadeath run just for the content and meme sake. Looked like a TV. Oh, the thrombos. Man, I am missing parts of chat. You guys are awesome, just chatting up a storm over here. I can't keep up. Not even remotely. Okay, and that would be our out, and you know what? We should do a receptacle in, and then we could just legit close this son of a bitch off. Although gas pump. It in a week when you might play it again. Oh yeah, absolutely. If they do an update, all about that. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't analyze this. Do I care? I don't really care. Although, no, let's just take a look at the other one, just for some thoughts on here. Oh yeah, we're talking grams. Okay. Now, the slime lung dies in oxygen, right? So does anybody know, like, so we're going to use the, like, the mesh tiles on top of airflow tiles with water there. If these suck the air through here, do these kill the slime lung germs instantly? Or do we still have to, like, worry about them releasing it into the air and it dying eventually? You're not convinced? Not instantly. Okay. So we need to take other measures here. Okay, hang on. So this is where the pips come into play. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to actually let that play. Planning tool. So we're going to put a wheezewort here and a wheezewort here. I think that'll be the plan. That should do quite the bit of killing of germs. We'll put one of those there. We might flip-flop this, right? One of those, one of these, and an Atmos sensor, I believe. We'll put an Atmos sensor right there. These will be natural tiles. Yeah, I do believe so as well. I mean, we could theoretically put it through a germ sensor type situation and then loop it through radiation, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Okay, so air comes in there. So we could literally enclose this entire thing. And that gets us... That gets us some good stuff. That's a clay factory right there. Although, if that is a radiation, this won't be able to see that. That should be able to see both of them, the stuff on either side. I do believe. Cool thing is they'll also keep this place nicely chilled. Right? Okay, so then we cancel that. I mean, we got to rebuild the whole thing. I mean, I would love to if No Man's Sky did an update. Then we could do a whole thing. But this week we're going to do all Ani, and I got to start a new RimWorld playthrough because everybody's been talking about RimWorld, and everybody seems to want me to do a RimWorld playthrough, so yay for things. I'm dying to do another Dyson Sphere program playthrough, but I don't think anybody here in particular is like a big Dyson fan. But dear God, I got to play Dyson again. Oops, all Ani week. Yep. Linda, are you saying bet because of all Ani week, or do you want to? Or you like Dyson? If you play it, we will come. Excellent. I thought Chippity was the raunchy one. You guys are all the best. Carry face palms. 100% of that game only took 700 hours. Dyson? Dyson is awesome. I have not 100%ed it, but how many hours do I have in Dyson? That's another one I went from 0 to obscene really quickly. I have 540 hours in the game. Yeah. That was like more or less one playthrough plus a bunch of time in a sandbox world. Nice, you went there. I was going Field of Dreams, but I'm okay with it. She hasn't typed in a bit. I wonder if she dipped out again. Should somebody message her? I hope she's okay. Whatever happened, I did not mean to upset anybody. I hope she didn't get upset. I know I'm tired and not making much sense, but I mean, this is a design, right? Okay, what's our footprint look like? $11 by 11? These are 11. The double liquid method, where we put a liquid in the mesh tiles so that the air from down here can't come up, and then these can suck the air across. Is that what the double liquid method is? Single liquid? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm using this thing. Whatever the fuck this is. Also, what are we going to do with the oxygen? Why do you need another liquid on top? Breathe it. I've only done it once before. Breathe. I know breathe it, but we have a lot of oxygen already, so I don't know. Never mind. I think my question was more 2 prevents flaking. Turn it into liquid. We don't have supercoolant. To space with the oxygen. I mean, we could just do that. I don't know. That's a good question. Liquid can... I could see that being useful then. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we put a small amount of liquid here, a small amount of another liquid there, enough so that it doesn't get in the way of the deodorizers, but then they won't overpressure. I like this. What did Bronny say? Turn it into liquid? I mean, we would need 7 or 8 thermoregulators or like some supercoolant, which we need supercoolant for the other stuff we're working on. One of these streams in the next couple of days here is going to be a sandbox stream while we work on the interior of the rocket design. Because there's no way I'm doing that on the fly. Okay, so an 11 by 11 box that drops clay somewhere. I like the idea of just putting it in here. But we could just like bolt it on over here. I don't know. 11 by 11. I keep wanting to put something here, but I want to be able to break into this thing if it needs servicing. You know what? I'm gonna do a little thing with this where we go. I don't know. We'll go with orange for now. No, we want a duplicate barracks up there. That's an odd spot for it. I mean, I kind of like this, but it's also, like, risky because we've got some liquids going on. I mean, could just put it right there. Although it's for clay, right? We could legitimately just cram it in the steam room, but I mean, that would just be dumb, right? What if we put it down here? Then we could just dump the clay right into the spot it needs to go. I mean, it's possible, right? I mean, are we going to use this space for anything specific? You like that, Carrie? Okay, so, and in theory, if we use the liquids on the deodorizers, it'll be its own oxygen storage, right? I don't know. Now, I'm not planning on pumping any polluted water in there. I just want the option to do so. Okay. I do kind of want to just brick that in, just in case we want to do something with it later. So let's do that. I mean, that gets us really close to being done with this map. I mean, there's an aluminum volcano down here, but we already have one going. And then there's the 2 steam vents that we're not using for anything. But we're already producing an unreasonable amount of water. Like, an unreasonable amount of water. Like, who the hell makes this much water? This guy. Alright, so now I'm worried about Chippity. Alright, I'm gonna message Chippity, because I'm worried we might have done something to upset her. heard who I imagine is gay at work. Look at charging cable and sees there is a female port and just says female gross. Sometimes working retail has its moments. You're gonna fall. Ah! Adorable. They could. Well, they started stream out earlier saying that they got upset about us saying stuff about pop music. I didn't think we were saying bad things about pop music, but I just said I don't listen to pop music. But you know, things happen. I feel bad. I feel bad about everything all the time because I do. My therapist says I have rejection sensitivity dysphoria. We're not trying to kill slicksters with steam. We just have a saltwater geyser down here. How does this one not feel bad? I don't know. Originally was very much enjoying the pop convo. We even came up to the conclusion you don't dismiss all pop and have some you enjoy and have fond memories of. Medication? Meds. Meds are good. It could just be lurking on busy. Very true. Oh, hi Chippity. I was worried you got upset or, you know, something happened, so I wanted to make sure you were okay. Are you okay? Medication is awesome. I love my meds. Okay. Big hugs. Years of being in fucked up situations and learning not to care. That'll do it. I'm not okay, I promise. Now here's some pufflet eggs. Oh, maybe they laid their eggs in the mercury and then couldn't get up fast enough and drowned? That could have been a thing. I don't know how much I care about having puffs. I don't think I do. We're going to print a snazzy suit and give it to somebody. Eduardo can have a snazzy suit. Song, maybe some of you know it. Pufflets can die when sleeping in liquids. Ah, gotcha. What was the disorder you were saying? I think I need to talk to my doc about that. I was also just diagnosed with major depression disorder and maybe bipolar. Rejection sensitivity dysphoria, RSD. It's a very common but not really talked about side effect to ADHD. Yeah. You're welcome. Glad I could help. Helping makes my life better. Yep, RSD. ADHD team checking in. Dumping traumas. Just talking about life. I mean, if life is traumatic, you know. But yeah, feel free. My stuff is added to ADHD and possible autism. My brain has been fun lately. Used to get diagnosed with autism at 21 years to get diagnosed with ADHD. Yeah. Yeah. No, big hugs, Delicoth. I'm so sorry. That's a heavy one. I hope you're okay, and if there's anything we can do to make you feel better, I know that's a tough one. I don't know how anyone feels better after losing a loved one, but if there's anything we can do to help. psychiatrist cry when I cried, felt a wind sort of. Yeah. I have definitely gotten some interesting looks out of my therapist. There's definitely a certain point where she's like, why don't you just do X, Y, Z? I was like, because I don't have time. She's like, oh, right. Yeah. And she like looks down like, it's notoriously difficult to diagnose correctly. The symptoms of ADHD overlap with lots of things, so they have to basically rule out everything else before they can say, oh, well, I guess. See, I'm not officially diagnosed, but I do have I thought I was supposed to get a diagnosis when like this one day, and it was just the intake exam. And I was like, okay, but then they told me where I have to go is like far enough away that it's going to cost me like an arm and a leg to go. So I've got to find a way to get down there that's not Uber. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get my official diagnosis. So, yay. But everybody I know is like, oh, no, you're definitely ADHD. Like, 100%. No, not ice, not ice, not ice. No. Tallow is fine. Oh, you son of a bitch. How do I make that ice not happen? Somebody go plumb that real quick. Read my mind. If you had a car or even a scooter, this wouldn't be so much of an issue. Indeed. What about a car? Oh, no, I don't have a car. I crashed my car like a long time ago and decided not to get another one. Right. There's too much ice to transfer enough heat. I keep dumping it in here, but there's 122 tons of ice, so it takes a lot of thermal mass to cool that off. Like, it's just sitting right there being cold inside of a liquid tank. It is cooling, it is exchanging heat. Like, down here, it's 43 degrees, but if we go up to the top of the tank, we're at 72 degrees. Fun story. I was diagnosed with BPD, borderline personality, around the time I turned 17. Initially started as a self-diagnosis. Then, based on all this research, I wrote an entire 12-page document to break down all the symptoms and the ways I personally experienced them. Yeah, there's a lot of magma on this map. Spoon in that tank and stir it, right? Aki Senkin. Does everybody ever read your name and think of ahi tuna? Because I think, I don't know why, but I keep thinking of ahi tuna. Magma heats things up. I don't need it to melt. Never heard that one. Good. Nether was extremely hungry after work today. I scarfed some heavy amount of food when I got home from my day job today. It was pretty awesome. I allowed myself to get salt and pepper potato chips to have with my sandwich. Probably ate too many potato chips, but I think it was worth it. Do we not have research queued up? We don't have research queued up. What do we need? Milking stage. Let's just go top down. Actually, no. Yes. No. I don't know. Help a helicopter land. Sounds good. Sounds good. Help the helicopter. Delicoth, is there anything we can do for you? Is there anything we can do to make you smile? Happy? Stuff like that? I tell you, though, I could eat again. I could eat. I will probably make another sandwich after stream. You guys know what occurred to me? This doesn't need to be insulated tile because this is a vacuum. Ah, doesn't matter. The streaming of Ani currently is the best I could ask for anyone. Thank you for saying nice things. I'm glad I could help in some capacity. Right, we were doing a thing over here. Dear God. Hold on. I will read the comment. Just literally have to do something before I lose my mind. I don't think we actually need 2 of those. Like, literally 1 pipe will be full more than enough. I had been seeing a cognitive behavior therapist through an autism services provider, but after my psychiatrist added BPD to my chart, my therapist looked at that and was so adamant that the diagnosis was incorrect that I was dropped from their clientele. They just, like, completely closed my case file. I could. Should we just start vacuuming it into space? Is it vacuum the map into space day? Yes, because our meat yogurt can only have one thing, no more. Sarcasm, yeah. Meat yogurt. Aya has the best terms for things. Oh wait, I need pips. That is the wrong thing. We need the manual one. I'm also blamed for the meat. Yes, the meat yogurt, the meat suit. Also the fact that I need new eyeballs. That was terrible. Yeah, I had a therapist that was pretty terrible. I mean, he tried. He really did try. But he was very old, and he was a relationship specialist, so he was kind of obsessed with sex. And I was not there for sex and relationship-based therapy. I was just there because my brain hurt. So it was not a good fit. He did help me with my anger issues a bit. And, wait, is this how we designed this? Yes. He had a depression diagnosis last year, but then that triggered the local version of RIS to recheck my health insurance and decided I owe them half a year's worth of my living expenses literally out of the blue and threatened to collect all my belongings, so they gave me a reason to be super stressed on top of ever since, and they blocked my healthcare access ever since. Oh my God. Let's just go start throwing Molotovs, guys. Not for real, Twitch people. Just, our healthcare system is fucked. Agreed in RimWorld. I don't live in the US. I live in a country with free healthcare, so it's even more what the fuck. Oh god. Nothing's for free. Oh my god. Button, button, who's got the button? What happened? Dark RX now following. What's up, Dark? I want to touch the other one. How can I do that? I hate you, game. I never actually talked to that therapist about what was really going on in my brain. Very fair. Yeah, mine would fall asleep in our sessions. Like, you know, you want to talk about, like, great therapy, like, hey, tell me about your life. Okay, blah, 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 this and that. Uh-huh, that's not about sex. I'm gonna take a nap now. Hey, Pip. God, I love Pips. Oh, he did. He was an old pervert who always needed a nap. Anytime I brought up anything remotely related to relationships or sex, he would perk up. If I wasn't talking about relationship or sex, he would just try to sell me his books. Yeah, I believe a lot of them do have their own therapists. Why did you pick up the wart seed? Where are you going? Oh, I told you to sweep it. Yep, that got swept up with the plastic. You know, I saw plastic. I told him to sweep. Is it really my fault? Stop sweeping the seeds too late. Carrie caught it. I'm always the last to know. Okay, and this needs to get over here somehow. This is the natural... Are you kidding me? How much longer is this spot going to come back to bite me in the ass? One day I accidentally didn't turn off delete buildings. Like, I left it on all instead of buildings. Yeah, everybody needs one in 2025. It's just how the world is. Yeah, it's just par for the course, right? Is there any way we can clean up this natural gas shenanigans? I feel like there's a much cleaner way to run this pipe. Is there a reason ladders are randomly plastic or wood? Like, there's a pattern, but I can't tell why. No. We built some ladders before we had obscene amounts of plastic, and ever since then I've been building plastic. But I haven't gone back to bother replacing the ones that aren't plastic. Really, we should be deleting ladders so that we don't have as many pathing issues. We kind of half started to do that up here. First 20 minutes of each session to talk about specific events, traumas, and of my life, and then after 20 minutes, like, oh, time's up now. Let's move on to something else. Odd way to do therapy. deconstruct the whole column. They can't stuck themselves upwards. They would just fall down. Well, because if they start deleting from the bottom, then they can't get up to the top ones, right? That's because they believe that talking too much about traumas and stresses would do nothing but get me worked. I mean, I don't know. I just riff with my therapist. Like, we just talk about things. Sometimes, yeah, like if I just do this, they'll delete these few ladder sections first, and then they won't delete the ones up here. Which is why I was doing it. I do believe they can delete 2 over, so we can do like... Wait. Why did that not work? Probably because I was trying to dig the ladders instead of delete them. The thing is, you know what? I don't actually want to do this. Because at one point, I'm going to want to build a pipe or something. And the ladder... You know what? We'll deal with this if it gets to be a problem. In order to delete the high priority. I'm just going to leave the ladders. It's okay if we crash the computer a few more times. Good job, Pip. You had a chain deconstruct mod. I know you don't do gameplay mods, but it would be satisfying if critics all connected ladders at once. Ah, yes, yes. It's like the equivalent of Vein Miner from Minecraft. Good job. He's like, I'm gonna come and move it. I'm gonna come and move it. I'm going to lunch. Seeing a therapist who was covered by provincial health care insurance but didn't click nearly enough to feel completely comfortable with her. Stagnant steam in the middle of the CO2. Somehow I thought the steam would move up faster. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Right here. Right. We seem to be having an issue with the steam and the CO2 exchanging locations. Yes, yes, very weird indeed. I mean, we are removing a decent amount of water, which is fine. They tied him up under there. You monsters. Okay, I feel like we should just move this line to a single line, like do something like... Right? And then this can just, like, come straight up instead of over. We'll deconstruct that. Embarrassing or cringe you may think they are. You have to be comfortable telling your therapist literally any of the deepest secrets, and I have never near that. I feel pretty comfortable with my current therapist, but if it makes you feel any better, and I don't know why it would, but there's a good chance that I'm going to lose them because my health insurance is probably going to get fucked up, which may mean, yeah, never mind. I won't go into details, but suffice to say I now make too much money for the insurance I already have. Well, this isn't going to work. Well, it might work just fine. But you also have to trust them enough they won't post it to Reddit therapist or something. I mean, I don't really care if therapists share my crazy with people. I just don't want them to institutionalize myself. One trip to the psych ward in a lifetime is more than enough. Yeah, so we'll repurpose this line, I think. Maybe? Right, they can't actually get to this one. I do apologize to anyone who expected, like, crazy progress into space or something today. We're easing into the week because, Nether's brain's a little spicy today. Meat yogurt comes with a manual so you know what type of therapist works for you. Yeah. My therapist is pretty cool. I thought she was way younger when I first met her, and I was like, I'm not trying to be ageist here, but I'm like, are you like I literally looked at her and I was like, if you just got out of college like 5 minutes ago, I don't know if this is going to work. But they just look a lot younger than they are. They've got a lot of experience in the field. And she's super nice. Johnny games make no progress. It's just people running on hamster wheels for several cycles. Didn't I visit you on that psych visit? Or do I just remember hearing about it? I seem to remember Xanax bars. Oh yeah, there were definitely Xanax bars. Lots and lots of Xanax bars. I don't think anybody visited me in the psych ward. I was only there for 72 hours. I woke up shackled to a bed after threatening to kill the paramedics if they called 911. A watered down version of an instant social rejection experience. That sounds fun. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, like, I legitimately, like, kind of went off the rails a little bit. Like, I was going through a lot of stuff, and it was during my partying days. And I showed up to work, and there were no materials, and my boss was nowhere to be found, and I was already having, like, a panicky day. And then I called, like, half a dozen people, and nobody picked up the phone, and I started panicking really hard. And I wound up, like, slamming on the gas pedal and speeding home, and then just proceeded to do every pill I could get my hands on. Constantly trying to make the pain go away. And then I woke up in the psych ward, shackled to a bed. Yeah, and then my friends told me what happened. I do believe I got tased by the police. I vaguely remember demanding people's badge numbers. And my thigh was numb for like a month, so I'm fairly certain I got tased by the police. You have friends though. I honestly still believe I wouldn't have died, but, you know, typical Friday night. Yeah, more or less. Oh, they can't actually get here, can they? It's like, why aren't they doing the thing? Because they can't. Ish, Chippity? Not intentionally. I just wanted the pain to stop, so I kept taking pills until this pain stopped, and I ran out of pills before I ran out of pain. and then I went to bed. But too many people knew I was being a fuck up, so I woke up in the hospital. I had a very intense life. It's calmer now. Emotional. Yeah, I'm not the paragon of sanity I appear to be. Is there a reason that... Oh. Come on, people. Let's get it together. The second one. I was just trying to numb myself. I just didn't want to feel feelings. Wouldn't be able to tell just hearing you speak. I went through a lot in my life. And that's like one of the reasons I try to help people. Because I know what it's like to go through a lot. I think the people that try to make other people happy have dealt with sadness. The people that try to help each other through hard times have been through hard times. You know, like... I have had a really, really fucked up life, so... Got some really good stories, but it's pretty fucked up. In all seriousness, I'm really sorry you had that experience. I've been there myself more than once. I'm sorry you had that experience. I'm sorry anybody has to have that experience. It's not a pleasant experience by any means for anybody. How do I want to do this? You know what? I think I am going to repurpose that old pipe. Just a little light repiping while we talk about important mental health stuff. I'm sorry. That is not something anybody should have to experience. That's about how I feel about routing that. I'm sure I'll wind up rerouting tons of this stuff later. Better than I was for sure, but I still have to be careful about hurting people's feelings. I sometimes forget others don't have the same sensibilities that I do. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Y'all can ignore it. No, dude, we're not going to ignore you, Dan. You're a good dude, Dan. All anyone can do is try, and you obviously care enough to try, so... My mom was put on a 48-hour hold for just saying the wrong words to a person on the hotline that she just wanted to talk to. Wasn't a word I can say, but was looking to talk to someone, said one word wrong, and cop and doctor at her door like an hour later. Yep, that will happen. My friends came over to try and talk sense into me, but I was not having it. They were like, we really think you need to go to a hospital. I was like, oh, that's not going to happen. And they're like, well, if you don't, we're going to call 911 and they're going to come here. I was like, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not leaving my house, and if anybody tries to remove me, I have a very large kitchen knife. So if you want that on your conscience, go ahead and call the paramedics. But nobody's removing me from this house. So the cops came. All right, enjoy your lurk, Aya. So yeah, I was definitely not myself. I was a hot steaming mess for sure. Meat suit maintenance. Commodore Scuttle, what's going on? You came into the heavy talks. We're doing Ani and having heavy talks. Biggest mistake people make is saying dumb shit to cops when they ask. Cops are the ones that are capable of putting you on the 48-hour hold. VRB, I'll explain further in a sec. Yeah, no stress. Oh my god, that was a good pop. I guess technically I got put on another hold. I tried to manipulate people into admitting me into the emergency room so they could do surgery on my stomach at one point because my insurance was screwing me around. And that backfired, and they wound up putting me on watch. And then they told me that if I didn't open my bag to show them... Tango, what's up? And then if they told me if I didn't open my bag to show them... I never did the water from the last meat suit. Let's do some squats. They were going to call the cops. I was like, go ahead and call the cops. I have a video of me saying I don't consent to searches and seizures. My life is hilarious. Okay, that's that 5. And we got to drink another glass of water, because that was the one from the last meat suit maintenance, which apparently I spelled meat sweet maintenance, but since it's a suite of activities, we're not going to fix it. Talks are good. Interstate cops cannot put you on a 48-hour hold as the local mental health emergency screener and a judge. Ooh. Cheers. Oh, dear God. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean my body feels good, but I don't enjoy the I wanted to buy a soda tonight so bad, but I was like, nope. No soda. Bad enough I'm going to get potato chips. Yeah, we need to put in Carrie's water or liquid wrangling system is what we got to do. Six months ago. I'm sorry you went through that, Chippity. I mean, I've only been through it the once, and that was hard enough. Hey, did this thing ever start going? Did Sneaky Steven ever kick on? It is. Are we actually getting iron from Sneaky Steven? No shit. Sneaky Steven is providing us with iron, guys. Yeah, these guys seem to be getting enough CO2. They'll be fine, right? You're back for now? Fair enough. Okay, so I screwed up. I screwed up real bad. Oh, okay, the radiation fixed it. Ah, thank Jeebus for Wheezewort. If I am being entirely honest, one of those times was the recent night when I had a voice chat with Nether on Discord. I hope I helped and wasn't part of the problem. Been there with me that call, there's a high chance I would have done something bad. I'm glad I was there then. I mean, I'm glad I was there anyway, but I'm glad I was there. You know the law when it comes to those halls, if you tell a cop that you want to kill yourself or someone else, they can and will put you on an emergency hold. Telling them how you would do it is first. Fair. Yeah. Life is weird. I did that wrong. Not that it matters, the Wheezewort's handling it. I'm so glad I installed the Wheezewort first, because I was literally pumping infectious polluted oxygen into this place. Okay, the crude is gradually working its way over there. That's good. Okay. Oh, right. That whole part where I should have ran power first. My bad. I feel like I made this larger than originally planned, but yeah, I'm not gonna change it now. Sometimes, but some don't understand why they are being held after they told the cops all this stuff. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You told the cop you wanted to kill them. We're going to take Benadryl. Clay factory. We're pumping the infectious polluted oxygen over here, and it will get filtered by deodorizers, and then the clay will get shoved over here somewhere, so it can get made into ceramic. You know, while we try to irradiate the dupes, of course. I threw too much craft to throw it away, and it would all have been pointless and endure if it gave up, and instead I will focus on doing the things I love instead of the things I need to do. I'll make games and comics and be openly gay in a conversation country and do whatever I want. God on a train. Never saw my horrible relatives since I found freedom in realizing I have nothing to lose, and ironically after a while I had a life, became afraid to lose. Yeah, I'm with you. I haven't spoken to my blood family in fuck, I don't even know how many years. Might as well be a whole lifetime. I mean, they're still fucking up my head, of course. Literally had a breakdown in the shower the other night where I was like, I was like, I can't believe those people ruined everything for me still. Like, my dad's been dead for 10 years and he's still managing to hurt me. So it's pretty painful. There was a time when I survived didn't think I could do it. Yeah, I think we've all been there. I told my therapist, I was like, sometimes I think I'm still alive, like, just out of spite for death. After all the time I spent in the hospital, it's a weird one for me because I was looking death right in the freaking eyes, if that makes any sense. And if I had wanted life to be over, all I had to do was give up, and it would have just taken me in the health condition I was in. So I didn't. And after that, I'm like, obviously, I want to be here, because my body has given me every opportunity to just give up, and I have not. So let me just start living like I want to be here. That whole thing where we need liquid. You're all terrible. Why are dupes always terrible? $200 kilos of brine. I think we can use you. I'm at this from a very different point of view out in life. I had cancer for 25 and had really good people, potentially death possibility. What are we doing? Because it's late game. What about late game, Brawny? I missed the part about the question. Why are we talking? What did I do? You're getting terrible dupes because... Oh, okay. I just want some good builders, you know, people that could be mechatronics engineers. I suppose I could leave this here to make this serviceable, but I don't want to service this. Okay, so now we need very small amounts of liquid. Everything up here is like 30 fucking tons of something. 45 grams of nectar. Feels like a waste of nectar. $34 tons of mercury. Oh, I've got an idea. This is why I did this way. Ah, check me the fuck out. Oh my god. Oh, what liquids are lighter than brine? Is water lighter than brine, or is that upside down? No, water is lighter than brine. Yes, okay, fantastic. I answered my question. Regular water. So what we can do now we should get some small bottles. Funny thing is this is basically a clay factory right here because we've got the polluted water that's just off-gassing. A bottle of vodka and broke down crying because I couldn't remember my dead friend's last name, and then it devolved to me demanding my friend put a bullet in my brain because he died but was too quick chicken to do it myself. I don't remember a ton after that, but I felt a ton better the next day and then started my upward spiral. Wherever will you get any water? It's not about getting water, it's about getting the correct amount of water. Why are Bionic dupes always broken? But not an Ani. Are we talking crude or petroleum, Dan? It's a big difference. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Overpass near my house, and I've been at the top of it before debating. This was months before we could better, but I still think about that sometimes. You know, I'm absolutely floored by the number of us here in this chat who have been through the same thing. Like, I'm sorry that all of us had to go through this nonsense. Like, nobody should have to go through what it feels like literally every single person in this chat has been through the same shit. You know, different flavors, same ice cream. I think that might be because you are open and honest about your experiences and one of those who have had experiences after seeing you from it. I do think that is a very, very reasonable possibility and interpretation, Commodore Scuttle. I'm just more blown away by the sheer number of people that have to have gone through that. Like, I think it is true that we group together with the people we're comfortable and have gone through similar experiences. At the same time, it's like, I almost wish I didn't have the viewership if that, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, think you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, I would be happy if none of us have had to go through it to the point where, like, even if it caused problems with, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very hard for me to think. Oh, this, like if I gave up my viewers to take away this from everybody here, I would do that. Give us a place to go and talk. It's a place we appreciate it. Yeah, I'm very happy you guys all feel comfortable to do that here, and that we all get a chance to not feel as alone in the world. I'm gonna wind up crying. Saw the stream title. Nice rage reference. Oh, that is not a rage reference. I was more thinking Elephants on Parade from Dumbo. But, you know, fair. I'm not a Rage fan. I can't stand their singer. The rest of the band is great, but I, honest to God, can't stand Zach Delirium. Only happy guys. We talk about heavy shit, but I think ultimately you're all trying to lift each other up. Yeah, 100%. It's a good day. Like, it's a good day for this, I suppose. I was having a very weird day. Felt kind of numb. It was weird. Like, I wasn't like sad, but it was just this weird feeling of like, I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. Fuck. I missed something. I'm gonna do this. Melancholy? I guess so. I don't know. I guess I felt kind of numb. Like, I was real sad about other stuff, but I'm also like happy about life and opportunities. I don't know. I don't really know how to put it. Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Now that album I like. Alright, let's get the polluted oxygen out of the top area in here. Comfortably numb. Oh my god. Maybe uncomfortably numb? Yes, yes. I also don't like Pink Floyd. I know. Crucify me. Not a fan of the Beatles. Or the Rolling Stones. The Pumpkins aren't as good as they used to be. This year with Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins were a bit of a letdown. I mean, it's hard to maintain your infinite sadness when you're making lots of money, right? You know what was amazing? 9 Inch Nails. I saw 9 Inch Nails at the Hollywood Bowl. One of the craziest freaking shows ever. And I found out my friend who got me the job at my current day job, he was at the same show. I started talking about it. He's like, wait. With the big projector screens that split in half and blah, blah. I was like, yes. He's like, I was there. Have you seen the video of the band Trent was in while he was working on the first album? I have not. All right, sounds good. Okay. So now we can pump in this stuff. And the clay factory is born. An overpressure. This is how we make air and clay. Uh, 2.8 kilos, 2.9 kilos, 3 kilos. Yep, it is working. We have infinite gas storage inside a Wheezewort cooled room. The Wheezewort is also killing the germs, and we're just pumping in. Yeah, this is cool. I love these little things. There's something fun about that. I think it's because when the first time I did something like that, I was just super stoked that I found a use for an infectious polluted oxygen vent. I was like, yes! We were very short on O2 in the last one. All right, I'll check that out later after stream, Dan. Remind me. Right, Commodore? I accidentally made it one taller than it needed to be. Like, this Atmos sensor could be here, and there could be a line here, but, you know, it is what it is. When you get a sec, it's going to blow your mind. I bet. We could have also, like, done an overpressurized thing down here, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to have more than 20 kilos of polluted oxygen in here. Yeah, these things are just pulling it apart. Saw someone ranch shine bugs above a setup like that to kill the germs. Oh, nice. I'm a big fan of flan. Ooh, flan sounds good. Flan? I love Wheezeworts for this type of stuff, because in addition to killing the germs, it's cooling it off nicely. Like, we've got 60-degree oxygen coming in, 60-degree infectious polluted oxygen coming in, and we're getting out 25 to 26C clean oxygen plus clay. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, what does that leave us with? We've got a chlorine geyser over here that we don't really care about. Should we just brick that in like we did this one? Just slap an infinite gas storage onto the side of it and call it gravy? Yeah, I suppose we should, right? Just in case we get dash assault vines or something. There's 8 tons per tile over here, 16, so 32 tons. Yeah, let's do that. Why the heck not? We'll just tidy up the last of what we got to do to get this map sorted out. Does this come out at 60C? Cool. Gold amalgam it is. do a drip pump on a chlorine vent. It overpressurized at 1,000 kilo per tile. It broke. Ooh. You know what? I know that's not going to spill, but just in case, because what's below this? Bunch of problems. Storage for the polluted water is unavailable, probably because, yeah. Yeah, I gotta set up a way to do that. I just... we'll do that next. We'll do a bunch of tidying today. Ani is done when the CPU can't run it anymore. And we made that better for us because I cleaned the PC out. Ani is done with it. Fast track? What does fast track do? Is that an optimization mod? Oh, cool. I mean, I usually don't have a problem with Ani. Now that I could get on board with. Optimization mods are definitely something I'm okay with installing. Okay, so today we're tidying up the last few bits of this map as far as like vents and geysers, and we're gonna start vacuuming it out, right? Like that's the plan. We just have to get everything that's off-gassing the hell out of here. Yeah, it won't link in this chat. Are you in the Discord? We have links turned off in this chat because we have spam bots coming in constantly. You guys don't always see them because the auto mod holds them, and Aya is a badass when it comes to nuking obnoxious spammers. But yeah, we can't have... okay, if you're in the Discord, share it up in the Discord. We'd love to see it. Okay, so we'll get the vents and geysers tidied up, and then we'll start putting in pumps to knock out this map. All right, sounds good, Aki. I will also check that out in a little bit. I'm just glad you put it there. All right, we'll get this vacuumed out, and then we'll put in the infinite liquid store or infinite gas storage next door. Put in a way to drop chlorine puffs into the gas chamber to turn it into bleach stone. We'll make a. We might make one of those in theory. The thing is, you want to know how much bleach stone we have currently? We have 11.2 tons of bleach stone at the moment because we have it sitting in this smart storage. We're making it out of gold and salt because we have 13.5 tons of salt and getting more every minute, and 142 tons of gold because we've got a gold volcano. So puffs for chlorine. Yeah. I think our best bet for chlorine is if we get dash of salt vines going and we do a dash of salt vine farm. Yeah. I'd rather do it on dash of salt vines because that's renewable sand and salt. Not that we'd need renewable salt with all the water geyser stuff going on. Like, this is just outputting 175 degrees steam. No, 150. This thing we geotuned, so it's salt positive. It's coming out at 100 and... currently 135, probably because we don't have our geotuner guys doing things. Why are we not experiment? Oh, Leofar's asleep. That's why it's not fully jacked up at the moment. Also, I think I got to stay better on top of this research thing. We're knocking it out and we're wasting Radbolt electricity. Not that it's a waste, but like we don't need that stuff on. $27 kilos a tile of oxygen already. I'll explain it when you get back, Dan. God, Ginger is such a good band. Have them on in the background. That's why I'm saying that. This steam room is awesome. It might not be the most, like, compact thing, but I feel like we need to speed this this equation along a little bit too. God, I love late game Ani. I really love late game Ani. It's like pulling teeth with these dupes. So if you do experimentation, you link these little geotuning stations. Ain't even got a rocket. I got a rocket. It's just parked here doing nothing. But yeah, no, we're not late game. These things basically, it's like overclocking your computer. So normally, this thing outputs at 95C, and whatever the volume is. We're with 4 geotuners, it's now outputting at 175 C, and it's outputting substantially more of the salt water. If I'm putting it in terms I can understand, overclocking the volcano. Yeah. We're overclocking the salt geyser, but we might overclock the volcano at one point as well. I wonder how much we can overclock the volcanoes. Oh boy, there's one erupting right there. See another Conquer super coolant. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I want to see lots of things, like a nuclear reactor as promised. Yeah, that's on the list. Definitely on the list. That's why we're doing 5 days of Ani, guys, because Nether made a lot of promises he's got to deliver on. Okay, so liquids. What liquid do I want to use? This one? Oh, you know what? We probably have skills we can place somewhere. I think some of our bionic dupes are still waiting for improvements. Yes. Oh yeah, Joshua can go into mechatronics engineering. Good job, Joshua. Be careful about power banking. What about power banking? What do you mean? Not taking unless you're really sure, as it's not really. Oh, I never take power banking. I don't care. You'll notice that every bionic dupe in here has the points to go into, well, the ones that are still leveling up. Nobody has power banking. I just go as far as I need to get the max amount of booster slots. Where is that thing? I mean, there's also this aluminum volcano down here. the vroomiest of the vrooms to do, as I'm imagining, because you don't have to deal with pumping the irradiated water out. No, you just have to get rid of the nuclear waste. Which, you know, you can dump that into the background of space. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to do that in a second here. What I'm thinking we're going to do... because it's not every liquid. We got to do some of Carrie's liquid sorting. But I do think we're going to send most of the polluted water down into the junk tank. Yeah, I have an idea. I do have an idea. But I want to be able to store some of the other liquids. Like, now that we have our infectious clay factory over here, it's not nearly as important that we run all this stuff. Yeah, we got to get this cleared out at one point. All right, lots of things to do. Lots of things to do. Thinking for the polluted water specifically, so it's not dumping polluted oxygen everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, Commodore, that's the idea. What Carrie did is she put a pump in there, and the pump went to a bottle filler. So there's a bottle emptier to get it in and a bottle filler to get it out. So I'm totally gonna yoink that idea. We're gonna set up some sort of liquid grid over here somewhere. It's more so that I have to decide where to put it as opposed to, you know, how to put it. Did I not get this thing power? I didn't. Because our big issue with vacuuming out the map is there's just too much polluted water everywhere. Individual infinite source. I was just thinking for a polluted water specifically, so I like using liquid element sensors and liquid shutoffs to sort it as it comes in. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like if you're just going to pump random liquids. We have the power to run normal filters. And we have a room for cooking all of our not regular water. So all of the brine, polluted water, etc. is going in here. Yeah, we've got this one up here because this one is pumping a lot of the clean water, which is going through the filter. This doesn't need to go through the filter because it's all going to be garbage water. How much polluted water is there? 6.8 tons? Oh, I remember this. This was where we, like, pumped everything into tanks and then deleted it. That's why there's so much liquid water here. Or what? Liquid water. There's so much polluted water there. Okay. Right, Aki? Alright, so we're gonna put this at a 4, so we keep we keep a tank of it up there. Set that on sweep only. We want brine. Polluted water and salt water. Anything else that turns into regular water? No, that's all good. Liquid water that has been previously frozen is tastiest. Yeah. I'm on board with that action. So, I'm a hoarder in all regards, so I'd like to keep a tank of any given liquid up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the polluted water, brine, and salt water to a 4 down here. So when we sweep it, they'll sweep a full tank up here, but if there's no space in the tank, they'll send it down here to get purified. We'll probably automate that further later, but for now that'll help keep the thing going. You couldn't be supplying? Like, I might take you, Ashcan, if you had supplying instead of tidying. You freaking... I don't even know. You dropped the flocks, guys? What are you doing? Don't drop the adorable animals. If ever there's an occasion to buy Nether a present, I want a Phlox plushie. I don't know if they exist yet, but I'm sure Tack will claim it and chew it to pieces, but... Remember Vault Hunters Nether? They have the magic you wanted. It's evolved a lot, and they are working on a chat integration that lets chat help with buffs and vaults. Oh, neat. I wish... Not that I wish, like... It would be cool if it had, like, stable versions that existed for long periods of time, like... I'm glad they finally have the magic stuff, but, like, I kind of wish it was, like... Like, okay, this is the 1.0 release. 1.5 won't be out for 6 months, and they like really work because like they change an update so often, unless that's changed as well. Stuffies, they all have love bites from cats. Oh, just saw a post where someone had found a gas giant in No Man's Sky that had lost its atmosphere. A little airless giant. Oh wow, that game is so crazy. Okay, guys, I am in desperate need of the restroom. So I'm going to put up the links to Bobby's music. I'm going to start the ad 5 minutes early. If you like that Be Right Back screen music, click on the links. Go give Give the talented artists some love, and I'll see everybody back here in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back. Stable? You say it's stable? I don't. Maybe I don't know. I have had trouble finding time to play Minecraft, but maybe I'll get back into it.